Okay, so this is just going to be a quick tutorial video on setting up Velletri and changing the syringe, just with a few tidbits throughout if you run into issues. So we're just going to power on the pump. So once the pump is powered on, it's going to ask you if it's a new patient. You're going to go ahead and select yes. At that point, this is going to read, could be multiple things. Right now, this one says adult, which is incorrect and probably somewhat misleading. You want this to read respiratory. So if you do run into this issue, you're going to say no. And then on this screen, you're going to come to the bottom right. You're going to see page down. You're going to scroll down until respiratory becomes available. From there, you're going to select respiratory and then confirm. And now the pump is ready to set up for Velletri in respiratory mode. This seems to be a common issue that these end up in adult and then they're programmed as like a nursing infusion. So from there, you've already obtained all your equipment. You have your Aerogen tubing. It is good practice to cut the tubing short so it doesn't get stuck in the bottom of the Aerogen. So usually just cut the tip off like so. Then you'll want to take your tubing, you'll put it into your Aerogen cup, which remember that this goes on the dry side of the patient circuit. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You're going to take your syringe and confirm that it is for the patient that you're setting it up on before you do so. You're then going to bleed all the air out of your tubing, and you're going to watch as you do this, and you'll see the medication into the med cup. Then from there, you can load your syringe, which the flange will snap into this gray bracket. You can then close this over the syringe, and then I usually take and hold the plunger with one hand and then push this down with the other, so that way you don't inadvertently dose a bunch of medication. Once the syringe is loaded, you'll do channel select on this syringe. You're always going to choose the BD plastic option at the top. Hit confirm. You're always going to choose guardrail drug. The only option here is epoprostenol, so you're going to go ahead and select that. And then from here, this is pre-programmed for the 1550 option. So you're going to select the second one down, which correlates with this. It's going to want you to confirm that that is correct, which it is, so we're going to say yes. We also know that this requires a dual checkoff, a dual sign-off, so we're going to confirm that we understand that. So from here, this is where some confusion seems to happen. So for the patient weight, we're always going to round that number up or down to the nearest tenth. So for example, if the patient weight is 46 kilograms, you're going to round this number up to 50. So you're going to enter 50 kilograms in at the patient weight. You're going to go ahead and select next. And then from here, it's easiest if you just work from the bottom of the pump up. So our starting dose per policy is 50 nanograms. So we're going to enter in 50. Your rate will automatically populate based on the patient's body weight. From there, you'll select the VTBI tab, which is calculated by the pump. You'll enter 47.5 and then hit start. And you've now done your Velletri. Remember that on the expiratory side of the ventilator, you'll put a yellow filter. If you do have an occlusion of your vent circuit error, typically it's that filter from Velletri after it's been running for some time. As far as syringe changes, if your syringe needs changed, you would send pharmacy a message. Once you've obtained that syringe, you will put your pump in pause. So you go ahead and pause your pump. You'll remove your existing syringe from the system. You'll take it off, put your new syringe on. You'll load it in the same process you did originally. From there, you can go ahead and do channel select. You're going to select BD plastic again, confirm. At the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a restore option. If you click on restore, it will bring up all of your old settings, your weight, your 15 and 50. You'll hit next. It's going to save your dose and your rate. The only thing you have to select is your VTBI, which will change with your new syringe. And then start. and your Velletri is running. So from there, the next thing of importance would be setting up your ambu bag for any emergency. You're going to need 2 adapters to do this, which will be included in the email. There'll be a photograph of these in the bag. The Aerogen T will not adapt to an ET tube, which I think it confuses some people. So this won't adapt on either side. So you have to use these adapters in order to get it to work. So you use the big one, your Aerogen T, and then the little one. And then once all this is together, it attaches to your ET tube in case of an emergency. And then obviously don't forget your PEEP valve. But there is a quick video on Velletri. Thank you.